Hey guys, George here with Fit Bodies. I just want to come at you for a couple minutes and just talk to you about things I got going on. I'm at day 73 in the Carnivore. I feel great. My body has changed a ton. Mentally, it's great. Really, the only negative that I've experienced so far has been the cramping, and that's just because I think at night, I'm not consuming enough electrolytes, or I'm peeing them all out, because I do get up probably once a night and go pee for a long time, like a minute. I feel like it could maybe be less, but it's a long pee. But that's about the only thing negative that I have experienced. I do feel like carnivore is an in thing, but there's also people that are so anti-carnivore. It's really kind of sad. All diets, my opinion, work. The big thing is sticking with the diet or the meal, or the food plan, or whatever that you're doing, sticking with it how it's prescribed. A lot of people want to take things from this and take things from this, and they want to combine the two and make their own diet. And then when they don't get the results that they want, they're like, this doesn't work. Well, of course it doesn't. You're not doing the diet and how it's prescribed. So I have been very, very strict. I have not cheated at all during this whole process. So I have had red meat, no chicken, no other meats, no nothing, just red meat, butter, and salt. There has been a couple of seasonings that I'm sure that I've had in some of the restaurants that I've had, a steak in, but other than that, I have stayed true to it 100%. So with that being said, I will be getting my results in about 17 days so that I can check all of the 40 or 50 things that I had checked, which were all in a good range. So I think for me, that's the hard part, is people are going to say, well, you're healthy, you're whatever. Nothing has really changed. And things may not change, okay? For example, people are concerned with cholesterol. Well, I'm going to put some information up about how in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, cholesterol, the number was higher. So number was, let's say, I think it was around 300 was the number. And then in the late 70s, early 80s, again, I got to get the numbers correct, because I don't want to put stuff out that I haven't researched fully and that I don't have actual things that you guys can see. But I do believe that the first statins that were really pushed and stuff like that were pushed out in the late 70s, early 80s. And again, I'm going to double check that, so don't quote me to that yet. Those are just stats that I've heard, and so I want to confirm those. And if that's the truth, and they lowered from 300 to 200 as being high cholesterol, why? Why would they do that? If I'm a drug company and I have a product that I want to sell, if I can get the numbers lowered and I can sell my product, then why not? I do believe that statins are the number one prescribed thing in the U.S. But again, don't quote me. Don't get upset with me. Don't come at me with this big long, oh, you're anti this. I lost all of my family, my grandparents, a lot of the people in my life to heart disease. So it's very real for me. And if I didn't feel like this, the research and the benefit of carnivore would be good for me, then I wouldn't be doing it. I have had uncles that have died in their 40s. I've had cousins that have had heart attacks in their 20s. I've had grandparents that have died in their 60s from heart attacks. It's all over the place. So I'm not saying that cholesterol isn't real and these things aren't real. I'm just saying some of the things that we go through and the foods that we eat are more contributors. If you look at sugars and stuff like that and a lot of other diseases, sugars and carbs are terrible for cancer, for all these things. So I don't know, just stuff to think about. Again, I could put a 10-minute video out and probably still get nowhere. But I do feel like a lot of what we're being taught is, you can see it, you can believe it, you don't have to believe me, I don't really care. But I do feel like, Europe and all these other countries that don't carry half of the products that we carry because of the stuff that's in it, the fact that, our stuff has red dyes and all of these things in it, and we just consume it and wonder why we're sick and wonder why we have all these autoimmune diseases and things like that. Again, I don't blame people. My daughter has Crohn's disease and has had, her intestines taken out. Could it be from me and my fault? It could be, because I fed my kids whatever they kind of wanted, and things like that. So, we have to take responsibility for our own bodies, but also for our kids and stuff like that too. That, it could be from the foods that we eat. A lot of the problems that we're having now, we're finding it's linked directly to our food, and the food industry, and then pharmaceuticals and blah, 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 blah. So anyways, I'm getting long-winded. I just wanted to take a few minutes and really talk to you guys about, really when you're doing a diet and you're doing something, Carnivore's working for me. Whether you want to do keto, whether you want to do vegan, whether you want to do whatever it is, just stick with it. Commit to 30 days. Work hard. Stick with the diet. See how it makes you feel. You know what I mean? Watch your body, respond in hopefully a positive way. If you're cheating, and when I say cheating, that means like I used to do keto, and I would do keto-friendly stuff. Well, the more keto-friendly stuff is made with chemicals, and because it has no calories or carbs or whatever, we make it feel like it's good for us, but it's really not. So stick with real foods. Some of my favorite diets out there that I've ever done has definitely been Carnivore number 1. My second favorite would be Whole30. I don't know if you've done that one. Has been very, very successful for me. And then I would say it was probably keto, the ketogenic diet, and then honestly it was vegan. Okay? But anyways, those are my top 4 that I would suggest for people. Again, I'm having success with Carnivore. You guys will get my numbers in the next 17 to 18 days. So anyways, have a great day. Stay blessed, and talk to you later.